you're joining us today. During the webinar, we will be sharing an overview of our company, the program, and our plan. The program includes innovative solutions and a roadmap with the goal of generating increased sales and profits, ensuring your long-term success. Joining today from our executive management team are David Sterenberg, CEO, United States, Alex Cohen, Senior Vice President, and Craig Fellman, President of NewTek Supply. I will be conducting the opening and closing and also the question and answer session. I am Evan Kinsella, CFO for the United States. Speaking today will be Darren Rawson, President of Steren Electronics. We welcome your questions. They can be submitted online at any time or as time permits. Simply click the question box located on the right-hand side of your screen. You can also contact us by email at info@sterenusa.com or by calling us at 844-897-0056. At this time, I would like to introduce and turn the webinar over to Darren Rawson, President, Steren Electronics.
Thank you, Evan, and thank you everyone for taking the time out of your day to spend some time with us and review and discuss the Steren Electronics program. I have had the privilege and opportunity to spend many days and hours speaking with and meeting with dealers over the past 2 months, and I am extremely excited about the opportunity to partner with this group of dealers. We're holding this call today, and it invited all of the dealers who in the past had not joined us for a webinar or who were unable to attend a conference or a regional meeting with us, or who have not had the opportunity to have a one-on-one conversation. Some of this information may be entirely new, and some of it may be something that you have seen from us in the past with the information that we've distributed to you from our program. As I go through this, I hope you know and understand the commitment and the enthusiasm our team has about the opportunity to partner with the dealers and grow and develop a Steren business, dealerships across the country, starting with those individuals who are on the call today and those dozens and dozens that we've already received and signed dealer agreements with that were part of the former Radio Shack family. I'll be joined today by Craig Fellman. I'm going to lead the majority of the presentation today, but Craig will join me in speaking and responding to some of the questions that you may have. Steren elected to partner with NewTek Supply because of their deep knowledge, experience, and true enthusiasm in support of the dealer network. Before I go any further, I'd like to provide an opportunity for Craig to share some of his experiences and why he's excited about this opportunity. Craig?
Thanks, Darren. So I just wanted to let everyone know that NewTek has had a long relationship with Steren. We've been a distributor for their products for 10 years. It's always been a great relationship. They sell high-quality products. They have prompt shipping. We never have any service issues after the sale. It's been a total pleasure to work with them. Since we started exploring the possibility of working together, NewTek and Steren, about 4 months ago, we entered into discussions. I've learned so much more about them that I didn't know. Honestly, I knew that they had a network of stores in Mexico and Latin America, but I had no idea how large it was. To date, there are 400 plus franchise stores in Mexico and Latin America, 7 state-of-the-art distribution centers, which I've had the privilege of touring, and I was very impressed with how sophisticated and modern the facilities were, how bright and modern and well merchandised the stores were. It was really something to behold. I was also really impressed with the family environment as David and some of the upper echelon management took me on this tour. It was very impressive that they knew the owners on a first name basis, and and the owners, you know, didn't feel uptight or tense. It was a very relaxed environment. You know, in addition to the tours in Mexico, I've obviously spent a lot of time in San Diego at the U.S. headquarters, and I'm wholly impressed with the team down there. It's a really strong group of talented people that are really dedicated. You know, it's funny, I can communicate with the people at Steren on weekends, evenings. The lights are on a lot down there. This is not a group that just punches a clock and, you know, heads home at 5 o'clock. They are very dedicated to your success. Finally, I would just want to touch briefly on the proposition that we're making. You know, it comes up in our day-to-day dealings with the dealers. This authorized dealer proposition that we're putting in front of you, be sure to understand this is not obligating you or tying you to anything or asking for out-of-pocket money. It's really a test drive. You know, it's giving you the opportunity to see what we bring to the table, to view the products, to take advantage of some discounted pricing we're offering. We're confident you're going to love what you see and get from us, and ultimately we believe you're going to be eager to partner with us and become a Steren store. So I just wanted to touch on these, and I'll turn it back over to Darren.
Thanks, Craig. And for the Steren team, we echo the same feelings about Craig and his team, a really dedicated team of individuals who understand your business, and it's one of the key reasons that we selected to partner with NewTek Supply for this opportunity. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the challenges that we learned about for your dealer network as we met with dozens of dealers and brought 6 dealers in particular down to visit our facilities with Craig almost 2.5 months ago now. I also want to share, for those of you who may not know Steren Electronics, a little bit about who we are, what our business is, and what value proposition we bring to this dealer group. I'd like to provide an overview of a partnership proposal. Craig alluded to that. We're really talking about a dealer agreement that is very friendly, dealer-centric, providing you an opportunity to work with us to buy our products and merchandise our products, to leverage our brand, leverage our buy-side leverage and our pricing advantages, and really give you an opportunity to consider Steren as your long-term partner, as a branded partner for the products that you sell and your stores entirely. I'll show you a comparison of the dealer environment and a Steren store conversion option. At this time, we do not have the Steren store conversion agreement finalized, but we expect that we will have that completed within the next couple of weeks. We are asking dealers to sign up as a dealer of Steren initially, and those who have interest and immediate interest to move forward as a Steren store to indicate that with us. At this point, we have approximately 35 to 40 dealers who are moving directly to a store conversion, and we're working very closely with them in the pilot conversion process so that we can fine-tune those processes as we roll them out to more stores and more dealers. And lastly, I want to share what the onboarding process looks like, how you can work with us, and how we'll be working with you moving forward. The things that we learned in those early conversations really relate to some of the challenges that you've experienced over the past several months. You need to understand what brand name dealers and franchisees will use and what your access to or your ability to utilize the Radio Shack brand is, and what your interest or value might be in considering a Steren brand. Will the brand that you choose to work with remain viable? Can the dealers rely on it? What technology platform can be provided? Where can products be sourced to replenish your stores? And I know everyone on this call and everyone in the dealer network has been struggling to find sources for product, sources of supply, competitive sources of supply, and consistent sources of supply. One of the biggest things we believe we bring to the table is that answer. We think that maintaining margins through purchasing leverage as a group is valuable, and we believe that a manufacturer direct solution is one of the best ways to guarantee margin performance at your store level. We also believe that you have to have a partner that can provide promotional and advertising support for your stores in a dealer-centric business model. We know that you need to get financing and operational support. And lastly, we wanted to provide an opportunity where you can develop long-term wealth that's above and beyond just the returns that your store generate. So participate in something bigger than your store itself. So for a brief history of Steren, the business is a 58-year-old company. It was founded in Mexico City. We manage the largest portfolio of electronics and electrical connectivity throughout Latin America. The business is the #1 consumer electronics brand in Mexico. And really, we've built this business over the decades with a focus on high quality for both manufacturing and distribution. We have research and development resources in Mexico City, in San Diego, and in Shanghai. We have extensive experience with franchise management. The 398, I believe maybe over 400 by now, stores in Mexico alone are all owned and operated by independent franchisees. The business has extensive retail experience, having demonstrated this over decades throughout Latin America, and started actually in the U.S. in a retail business model. We have marketing, merchandising, and advertising expertise. We're actually we are advertising in Mexico soccer, the Premier League, at every single stadium across Mexico. Extensive experience in customer support and technical knowledge. Not unlike the dealers, our employees both at NewTek and at Steren are long tenured employees who know our products and know their capabilities and know their applications. And lastly, we believe that we've got unique and sophisticated fulfillment capabilities, including domestic and North American packaging, to support high demand product offering and keep your stores with stock at all times. As I mentioned, it is the largest electronics company in Mexico and the #1 consumer electronics brand. You can't encounter a first or second generation Mexican American, or certainly a Mexican today, who doesn't know of or hasn't shopped at a Steren electronics store. We have over 5,000 products in retail and consumer electronics markets between the U.S. and Mexico, and we're partnered with over 95 factories in Asia. We were one of the first manufacturing companies to establish full operations in China, with over 35 employees in that country today, providing services ranging from engineering and development to purchasing and sourcing, but largely focused on quality control. We have an ISO 9001 certified facility, and we have over 2,000 employees worldwide, with corporate offices, as I mentioned, San Diego for the U.S., Mexico City for the Latin American business, and Shanghai for all of our sourcing operations. U.S. distribution operates in San Diego, Memphis, and Denver. We are dramatically expanding our position in Memphis as we speak to support the stores on the East Coast with product and near-term and less expensive freight options. Ultimately, the thing that we thought was most inviting or opportunistic for us to partner with dealers is that Steren is really positioned to be a replacement for Radio Shack and Radio Shack private label branded product. Our business model in Mexico goes to business exclusively with Steren Electronics products in our stores. We don't believe that that model will be the most effective model for Steren going forward in the U.S., as we believe U.S. consumers do need and want choices and options of other brands, and particularly the premier brands. However, we do have, because of that effort, a very strong cross-reference capability to the Radio Shack branded products, and our experience thus far is that we have comparable products, quality packaging, quality products that we're going to be able to provide to this dealer network at better prices than you were buying Radio Shack branded product in the past, enabling you to sell more competitively in the marketplace and earn and generate more profitability from the products you sell. The product offering in Mexico covers 25 product categories, and all of the products that we're bringing to bear into the U.S. market will include English and Spanish language packaging. We have sophisticated abilities to do comprehensive planograms and new packaging as packaging requirements become part of our business model on a go-forward basis. We have a sophisticated product image and data library enabling us to help support you with e-commerce capabilities, presentations, marketing, advertising, and promotional materials. As I mentioned earlier, we have both domestic and international packaging capabilities. thereby enabling us to meet the demands as it may flex the demand from the stores. We should be able to produce supply to keep your stores in stock. We have U.S. design and engineering and technical support resources that work with our teams in Asia. That enables us to work pretty much seven days a week, 24 hours a day on any new product development, new product introduction, something that we've put into use already since engaging with the dealers and helping Craig to develop options and opportunities that we can present to the dealers who choose to work with us for our fourth quarter, golden quarter product offering. And lastly, we focused on engineering quality and manufacturing expertise. The core U.S. business today supports multi-service operators including Cox, Comcast, AT&T, Time Warner, Dish, DirecTV. Many of these companies have sophisticated engineering and quality control departments, and all of them recognize Steren as one of the highest quality, value-priced product companies that they work with and have worked with for decades. What's important to you, though, is our ability to support you in your store environment. And I want to make sure everyone knows and understands that we have the expertise required, whether it's the product, the packaging, the systems, the infrastructure, the store design and setup, marketing and merchandising. We have the ability, and we're implementing online and direct mail promotional programs, and we're going to leverage existing Steren Mexico advertising, promotion, and marketing efforts. If you haven't seen any of the images of our Steren stores, I'd strongly encourage you to take a look at the Keep Calm Here to Stay website, as we've loaded dozens and dozens of photos from the various stores in Mexico that demonstrate our marketing, merchandising, planogram, and store layout competencies and capabilities. Here are just a few pictures, and I've added one of the slides that we share on that website here, which shows the Steren environment, both the storefronts as well as the planogram, the slot wall, the shelved products, the color categorization of our product offering that we use across those 25 different categories. When the bankruptcy first happened, Steren recognized that there would be an opportunity to help the dealers and an opportunity for Steren to enter the market through partnership with the type of business owners that we trust most, respect most, and believe in most, and that's the independent business owner. For me personally and for the owners of Steren, as well as for many people on this call, the challenges and difficulties that the Radio Shack brand has gone through over the past decade were truly unfortunate. Almost everybody that I know grew up with Radio Shack as a company that you could count on and a company you could go to and know would have the products that would be there and be available. Unfortunately, the transition process has made this very difficult for you as independent business owners, and because that's the business model we respect, trust, and appreciate most, we look to partner with you and leverage what Steren has done very well in other markets into the U.S. market at this juncture. We are fully committed to this business opportunity. Our board of directors has committed significant financial investment to bring in inventory to support the stores, to invest in technology, staff, support resources, to build out a business that supports your stores, not just now in the short term, but stores that you can count on, a brand that you can count on, and a brand you can build an affiliation with for the long term. But to do that, we knew that we needed to come at this opportunity with three key things. The first and foremost, most important, was to create and deliver a comprehensive product solution. We need to provide to you a full line of Steren products to fill the shelves to replace the product offering that Radio Shack has abandoned. Steren has these products. We have them in all the categories that you need. We have them at a good, better, and best quality capabilities, price points, and we have them in a very clean, consistent packaging format that will fit your stores, fit your environments with your existing infrastructure and the ability to truly establish a branded look and feel about your store. We also knew that we needed to provide a comprehensive technology solution, and we needed to make it cost effective. So our first thought was, how can we simply make a transition that has the least impact and the most benefit for the stores? And we've chosen to partner with Alan Friend and the iDoSoft business to support a transition period Our IT department is working very closely with Alan and his team to ensure that we can integrate our systems and our software to streamline the order management and store management processes for you. And Alan is extending to all of the existing dealers the opportunity to transfer from your RSPOS system into the new, updated, and considerably more functional IDOSOFT system at no cost. It's a relatively simple transition, and the cost structure to pay for it ongoing is less expensive than what you were paying to Radio Shack. And the last piece was to build a team and the infrastructure to support a global established consumer electronics retail brand. That means we are bringing to bear the ability to provide store branding, store setup, product branding, and investment in marketing, merchandising, advertising, and promotion. We know that we are starting with a brand that is not broadly recognized in the United States, but we also know that you as individual store owners have made fantastic strides in establishing yourselves and your businesses as go-to locations for services, products, and solutions around consumer electronics. And we believe that the Steren culture, the Steren brand, and the Steren product offering will support you tremendously in delivering that value to your community and in helping us together build a brand that we can count on and support and introduce over time to the consumer environment that will know and understand and trust our brand as extensively as they trust your business. So the proposal that we developed was to try to create a very simple entry position whereby we could provide you an opportunity to work with us in a low commitment, low risk environment to test Steren and to test the partnership of Steren and NewTek with a full commitment on our part. And if that commitment works out for you, show a path to even better partnership, savings, performance, marketing, services, and engagement that would include rebranding your store. We started by partnering with NewTek Supply to create one source solution for the entire dealer network. Now, I know we don't cover all the products that you may need at your store right now, but the aspiration of our team is to build a single source solution where Steren can be your marquee product brand that you carry across your store in every product category. And our partnership with NewTek will establish new, existing, and new relationships.
I'm sorry, it seems as though we've momentarily lost Darren Rawson to technology. This is Evan Kinsella. I will pick up where he left off. The second point to be made on the proposal is an authorized dealer conversion program. This is a non-exclusive agreement so that it can support you being able to have access to products, be able to leverage our brand, and also leverage any marketing and merchandising that we do as we move forward. As part of that, we intend to help all of the stores to understand from a data perspective where the key performance areas are and things that you can take advantage of to improve the revenue and profitability of each of your stores. Becoming a dealer allows you access to inventory, and as Darren discussed, we are rapidly bringing in inventory from our partners, our factory partners, and we are offering a startup inventory program for you to be able to stock your stores so you can create traffic and sales within the stores. We are also developing a marketing promotional launch, which will include signage, other items that you can use in the store, and long term it will be a more global marketing approach as we move on to the next Steren store conversion. Further down the road, we intend to have everyone have the ability to change their store to a Steren store. The conversion potential is tremendous when it leverages not only increased discounts, access to other programs such as VIR, and potentially first access to new product offerings and golden quarter promotions. I would encourage you on this slide to take some time and look through some of the differences between the dealer agreement, which will be your first launch into our partnership, and the difference between that and becoming a converted Steren store. If you have any questions about any of these attributes, and there are more than are just encapsulated on this slide, please feel free to contact us and talk to somebody directly. We will be very open to reviewing any questions that you have and answering those specifically. As Steren said, we really want to keep this as simple as possible and create the correct pathway to success for you in your local markets, and obviously for Steren as well, so that we can be a good partner for you. Initially, when you become an authorized dealer, there's no sign-up fee, no financial commitment, and we will provide dealer pricing at a discounted rate, standard market price. It also includes brand, mark, pricing, data licensing terms, so that we can fully partner with you to make sure that you can continue to grow your business. As I mentioned, initially there will be marketing collateral available, some signage and other things. And as an example of that, we have a full understanding of the existing planograms that are in most of your stores that have been acquired as you partnered with Radio Shack. And we have marketing that can be applied directly to those. And apparently, Mr. Rawson has rejoined us, so I will turn it back over to him.
Thanks, Evan. Thanks, Evan. My apologies. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Great. So you are driving on the slide. So if you go to the next slide. As Evan was sharing, the intention would be to work initially with the dealers to convert to a dealer agreement, a limited commitment type of environment where you can test drive the business and work with us, take advantage of the pricing and programs. But our long-term strategy is to have stores across the country. So in that store proposal, although we don't have the agreements in place yet today, our intention would be to have a no-fee store conversion for all existing dealers. In that store conversion, we'd work on any branding conversion required, and the investment would be at cost as per your store. And our intentions would not be to put new equipment in throughout your store. It would be to take advantage of the investments you've made in the past and make it as limited investment as possible to make the conversion feasible, as we think that it's most important you invest your time and your money in ensuring that you have inventory and product available to engage your customers. We are establishing a sophisticated program that will enable and partner with you for local marketing, advertising, social media, and web presence, and that will be deployed in support of our stores. We'll have volume incentive rebates, special product promotions, and a dealer membership program, which will be effectively a third-party managed and administered investment growth fund that will grow equity value on your behalf, or like equity value on your behalf, in parallel to the growth and development of your store over time. At a point in time when you choose to sell or transact or close your business for some reason in the future, you would be able to contact that group and extract those funds that have been gathering there in a very co-op-like mode that would be your funds based on your business partnership with Steren Electronics. We will have in this program an inventory requirement and a minimum purchase requirement. But as I was sharing earlier about the word agreement, our intention would be to work with each individual dealer and understand what their capabilities are in representing the Steren brand and what we together can aspire to in terms of the requirements that we would put into an agreement to sell a Steren product into inventory of Steren product. I mentioned that our capabilities through new tech supply will expand and we'll be able to provide third-party product distribution and support. We're offering participation in several other approaches that we believe differentiate partnering with Steren from differentiating with other options that you may be considering. One of the most important ones is our ability to participate in our B2B program. Steren has thousands of products that meet a commercial grade product offering for customers in the low voltage, home theater, home security, installation, residential construction, and electrical low voltage installation market. We're looking to partner with our store owners to contact and engage local contractors that may benefit from buying Steren branded product direct from manufacturer at better prices than they would be able to get through distribution. We would commission our store owners for the introduction and the management of those relationships, while all of the transaction, the inventory, the resources required to support the business would be handled centrally by Steren. We will have an annual branded store dealer event where we can get your feedback on the products that you need and truly engage with our dealers to know what we are doing that improves your business, where we can improve our efforts, streamline efforts, reduce costs, and make our mutual business more profitable. In the store agreement, we will have assigned and protected territories, and those protected territories will not just be for geographic stores from sales from the store, but it will also support an integrated e-business participation. We look to implement a program whereby the stores are given credit for sales and that happen online, and online sales are directed collaboratively with store sales so that our combined marketing efforts can hit those customers in both channels, online and in the stores. We're currently finalizing negotiations with two separate postpaid and prepaid national providers of cell phone services. We will ultimately have one of those as our partner to go to market, and as soon as that is finalized, we will make an announcement on that. I can't share who it is exactly, but let's say we are clearly in negotiations with the largest players in the market. Additionally, we believe that third-party services are important, an important leg that we can introduce through your stores, and we look to partner with you to establish services ranging from cell phone repairs to more complex services like 3D printing capabilities, training classes, home theater installation, turnkey solutions that can enable all of us to have more revenues, more foot traffic, and more engagement with your consumers. And lastly, I share that in the Steren store program, Steren will commit to charitable matching for every store commitment, dollar for dollar, in your local community. We believe that business is all about community, and particularly businesses like your stores. We want you to participate, and wherever you choose to participate in a charitable program that supports your community, Steren will match dollar for dollar with that commitment. Part and parcel with the dealer agreement that we'd like you to consider signing is the ability to have soft launch marketing available to you to add and introduce Steren as part of a brand of your store. We have indoor and outdoor signage for brand awareness. We'll support you with a press release announcing a store reopening or partnership. We have designed and print-ready ads for publication. We have banner ads for online and e-commerce, e-marketing campaigns. We have flyers that can be designed to announce a reopening special, promotional items for customer giveaways, and we can even arrange, where appropriate, ribbon cutting ceremonies, photo ops, and in-store exposure. We've worked very closely with several stores to gather all the information about the variety of capabilities and marketing information that you need, and we'll make sure that we put the dedicated effort to those efforts to support your stores. At this time, I'm going to hand it back over to Evan Kinsella. In the event that questions have been generated, we can answer those questions before ending the call.
Thank you, Darren. We do have a few questions, and please reach out to us if questions come to mind after the webinar, and we will give you some instructions on where you can look for answered questions and then also how to contact us directly. The first question that I have is, how long will it take from when I submit an application to having access to product cost and availability?
Great. I will take that that question, Evan. We have a dealer application document which can be downloaded on the Keep Calm Here to Stay website, or we can send it to you if you give us a call or send us an email at the info@sterenusa.com. Once we have that application, we'll send the dealer agreement out. The dealer application enables us to have all the correct information about your store and about your business, and the agreement is the agreement that we will work moving forward. It's a 3-year agreement on our part, committed to you for 3 years. It's 30-day cancelable by the dealer. The agreement has no financial commitment requirements and is a dealer-centric agreement supporting your efforts to be a partner with Steren. Our anticipation is that once we have dealer agreements in-house, within 7 to 10 days, we will send you an acknowledgement packet of information that lets you know that we have onboarded you. We have the information available that provides process information about order management, about your pricing and discounts and terms and such. It also has information about the marketing collateral that's available to you and the dealer support team that's behind you, both in Simi Valley with the NewTek team and in San Diego with the Steren team. We are holding a call next Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for all of those who have submitted dealer agreements to us, and we'll continue to have that call on a weekly basis to onboard any new dealers that come on board over the next coming weeks.
Steren, speaking of the agreements, can you please define the difference between the dealer agreement and the dealer application?
Yes, absolutely. The application is a document because Steren is new to doing business with many of your companies, many of your businesses, and NewTek is new to doing business with many of the businesses because of the geography and the number of dealerships that are out there. We sought to have the application document provided to ensure that we had all of the correct information about you, about your business, your store location. So when we established a new business relationship between us, we would have all that information available. That is simply a data collection document. The dealer agreement is the agreement that will specify how we work together, what the terms of our working together is legally in agreement language.
Furthermore, on the agreement, is there any penalty for exercising the 30-day cancellation option of the 3-year agreement?
There's absolutely no penalties in any way. The only thing that the agreement states is that in the event that you terminate the agreement, we need to have financial reconciliation of any outstanding invoices, and that in a reasonable period of time, you would discontinue using the marks and the brands.
Is there a full product list that can be reviewed either in conjunction with the submission of applications or in advance of those?
I can take that one. In terms of products, we do have a download, a product data feed that you can access through our website. It's formatted to work with either IDSoft or RSPOS. So that's one method you could use. The other method is simply go to the NewTek website. Obviously, all the products are available for your perusal, and once you've logged in and set up on the website, you'll be able to view the wholesale dealer cost as well.
I'll add to Craig's comment that the transition period here that Steren's involved in requires us to go through and review the Radio Shack part number information to confirm what the product is that you were selling, what the best correlation product that Steren has available, both as Radio Shack branded and as a third-party branded product, and confirm that we are meeting a good fit to replace that product. And that process takes time. At this point, we have made the cross-reference efforts with support of many, many dealers and Craig and his team for approximately 1,000 of our SKUs that are available. We also know that there are approximately 1,000 SKUs from the operation in Mexico that are not packaged in a way that would be appropriate for the U.S. market. So we're working on solutions to ensure that we have packaging available that's appropriate for your market and your environment. As we build that data and introduce those new SKUs, we will have more information coming out to the dealers who choose to work with Steren about those new products and availability.
Have you done any work to analyze the profitability and cost differences between how I would be operating as a Steren store versus as a Radio Shack dealer store?
Yes, absolutely. That's a great question and an important question for you and your store environment. One of the first things that we did when we decided to embark on this effort was to take a look at initially a handful of items to review the cost that Radio Shack stores were buying from Radio Shack, the products that we would be replacing as Steren branded product. Over time, we've developed a pretty good database of comparative cost on that product, and we feel confident that the Steren branded product, by and large, at wholesale price, will be approximately 5 to 7% less expensive than Radio Shack product at dealer cost. So what we're offering dealers is, above and beyond the 5 to 7% on average, an additional 5% for participating as a dealer discount roughly across the board, which now gives you between 10 and 12% savings. And those who move on to a Steren store conversion could pick up to an additional 5% savings for some products across that spectrum. We believe very strongly that we're providing you a significant cost advantage over Radio Shack branded product for your stores that enable you to price more competitively and be more profitable going forward.
As a branded store, will we still be able to use other third-party vendors either in the electronic space or in product categories that are specific to our local market?
Yes, absolutely. One of the things that we chose to do at this juncture was to use the dealer agreement and work with you as independent businesses rather than go the route of a franchise agreement and provide much more structure or control over that, the options and abilities in the store. What we plan to introduce with the dealer store conversion is a group of partners that will be part of the program with Steren that ensure that together we maintain buy-side leverage with other important and relevant across the boards electronic providers, whether they be other manufacturers or third-party distributors, that will be part of our partnership that give you access to quality pricing terms and ultimately rebates that contribute to the membership loyalty program. Having said that, we also understand that on a store-by-store, region-by-region basis, there may be products that you need to present or want to present in your local store that won't fit an overall program for Steren. And we support you buying and reselling those products as they drive foot traffic to the stores that we're supporting you on and the products that we support you on as well.
As a Steren dealer, or in the future as a Steren store, what role will we play in new product development?
We think dealers have the most interesting and valuable perspective as it relates to new product development. You are the people in the organization and in this collaborative effort who are closest to the consumers day in, day out. Our anticipation at this time would be that we would have a representative team of dealers who work on a weekly or monthly basis with our product management and product development teams. Additionally, we anticipate having an annual event whereby you will get lots of opportunity to be up close with the product and the product offerings that we intend to bring to market and provide feedback to our product partners, whether they be our factory partners, or they be our staff here developing the product, or they be third-party partners, so that we can ensure that the product development cycle meets your needs in a timely and responsible fashion. Above and beyond that, the intention for Steren to support the stores in the field will play into the merchandising and new product development capabilities as well. We're looking to establish dealer advocates, members of your own community who work collaboratively on behalf of Steren and on behalf of the stores in the region to ensure that Steren is getting the best information from the dealers to help us support store operations, marketing, merchandising, and new product development, as well as providing a channel and a venue for us to share information, to share new product availability, to share best demonstrated practices across the dealer network.
How will online sales work, including can I integrate a sales platform into my own website? And will I be able to sell Steren products via my own website?
At this time, we are in the process of evaluating exactly how we will deploy the online commerce platform to support the stores in the future. What I can commit to at this, that the entirety of the business supports a collaborative approach whereby the stores participate in e-commerce and that the e-commerce platform supports and redirects business activity as much as possible to the stores. How we integrate that into local sites, whether they be Steren-provided local sites or local sites that you have established already, will yet to be determined. It's not that we're not supportive of it and we wouldn't consider it. At this time, we have not made the effort to truly analyze how that would work. What we are committed to, though, is a process whereby sales that happen online are in partnership, not competition with the stores.
When do you plan on rolling out an advertising program and reaching out to the public to support our efforts under the Steren brand?
We believe that advertising and messaging to the communities is extremely important. We also believe that we are working with local businesses, and local businesses have a better ability to engage with their community. So our advertising and marketing efforts will focus first on supporting you, your stores in your communities, and thereby establishing brand relevance closest to our stores as our first initiative from an investment perspective to advertising and marketing. Long term, we fully expect to invest strongly in advertising and marketing that supports the brand on a national basis. What we've learned from many other companies and their investment strategies as it relates to marketing and advertising is that localization and mobilization of your advertising are the most important and the best return on investment. We're partnering with a firm that has established a very successful program with Ace Hardware in a franchise environment with local stores that enables them to create brand awareness that integrates local capabilities, local competencies, local product, and local information with the national platform, the national product, and the national brand. We look to deploy that as our first investment in parallel with our e-commerce platform, and we'll develop a new and more aggressive marketing and advertising strategy from there.
If we become a Steren store, will we be ordering from NewTek or direct from Steren?
So Steren Electronics is in the process of merging the entity with NewTek Supply. We recognize tremendous value from the people and the processes, the experience, and the relationships that NewTek Supply had. Our intention moving forward as we complete that acquisition, that merge of companies, is to establish the NewTek business as our center of excellence for customer relationship management, order management, and new product development in a third-party environment whereby we can introduce partner products where Steren doesn't have a product offering or we need to have third-party brands to support the stores. The dealer support teams and the commercial business operations will continue to reside at San Diego and over time we will merge these two companies in a way that you won't know either one of them are any different from the other.
Steren, there are a number of questions regarding the POS system. First, will ordering be integrated into the standard version of IDOSoft, or will there be a special version that has integrated ordering? Steren, are you with us?
Yes, I had a slight break up there. So I didn't catch the question, Evan. Could you repeat that, please?
Sure. We have a number of questions regarding the POS system currently in use. Will ordering be integrated into the standard version of IDOSoft, or will there be a special version that has integrated ordering?
There will be no special version of IDOSoft. We will have integrated ordering that will be established with IDOSoft on the back end, and all dealers who choose to work with us will benefit from that integration.
Will Steren and his team be able to support us on the easy transference of downloading inventory out of the RSPOS into the IDOSoft? Can we transfer other historical data and things like that so there's a seamless transition?
The transition of data is certainly one of the most important things that any business owner should contemplate in this process. We are available to help you run the reports. If you need help, you can contact our team at the 800 number or send us an email. But I would strongly recommend for that transition that Alan and his team are very capable and competent and have been doing a very good job working with the dealers over the past several months to establish IDOSoft as the principal system of operation. And everything that I've heard is it's a straightforward process, takes less than 2 hours to accomplish.
And I think we have time for one final question. And please, we will give you instructions on how to view other questions that we can address post the webinar. How does Steren intend to provide support to all of the stores across the country?
So the question is relatively broad in terms of specifics. The intention on Steren's team from a customer support, dealer support environment is as follows. The order management and order process management and product-related questions will all go to the team based in Simi Valley that is currently under the NewTek team. Steren is establishing a team of dealer support people in San Diego who will be available via phone and email to support with any questions, implementation, marketing, PR, product display, merchandising. And then lastly, we are in the process of identifying candidates within the dealer network who will work with Steren on a part-time basis to help support any initiatives that we want to roll out with the stores across the country and with any programs with the stores. Lastly, from an operational fulfillment perspective, we've established a warehouse in Memphis that is scalable to 1 million square feet that will handle all fulfillment for the East Coast, where our City of Industry and San Diego operations will handle fulfillment for the West Coast and the Rocky Mountain states. We believe that this infrastructure will support the needs and requirements of the dealers, and as the dealer network grows and the volume grows with them, we'll add more resources to these teams.
Thanks, Steren, and thank you all for submitting questions. Now I'd like to turn it over to Steren for some closing comments.
So first and foremost, my apologies for the technical difficulties. These are always challenging to use technology when you're on the road, and I appreciate my team in San Diego putting things together and holding it down. I want to let you know how exciting this opportunity is for me personally and for this company as a whole. Over these past several weeks, having the opportunity to meet with so many dealers and have so many conversations about your businesses, we know that you've had struggling times. We know that revenues are down. We know that profits are down. We know that that you're struggling with few employees at times, and that your jobs have transformed to sourcing products rather than selling products. We are fully committed to support independent business owners. We know these challenges and understand them. We are willing to step up to the challenge and bring resources to bear to support you. We have a product offering, a core competency around these products. We have the right pricing solutions. We have the marketing, merchandising, and operational support, customer service teams that are exceptionally driven and supportive, and the heart and soul of a company that wants to be your partner going forward. We know that this requires commitment on your part. We expect to have an open feedback loop. Those of you who participate in the Facebook forums know that I am routinely on there responding to questions that may be presented. There's nobody who can't be reached in our organization. David Sterenberg is one of the core owners of this business and is on this call and is as accessible as anyone else on this team. We look forward to partnering with you. We look forward to your feedback. We strongly encourage you to consider sending in a dealer application, contacting our team, reviewing this dealer agreement. It is a very low-risk proposition, and the rewards could be substantial for you, and we know they'll be substantial together if you choose to work with us as a store owner. Again, I thank you for your time. I know that this is a precious commodity, and we do truly look forward to working with you. If you have any questions whatsoever, please send them in to us via email, give us a call, hit us on Facebook. Any way that seems appropriate, we're here to be your partners, and we want you to take this next step.
Thank you, Darren. To summarize, to engage in partnering with Steren in this venture, please first submit an application to Steren. You can obtain an application from the website keepcalmheretostay.com by emailing us at info@sterenusa.com or by calling 844-897-0056. After submitting the application, we will work with you to review and sign the dealer documents. We will work with you to review and submit Steren product orders and help with the soft launch of the brand conversion of your store going into the future. Thanks again for attending today's webinar. We hope that it was informative and helped you understand the power of partnering with Steren Electronics. Please visit the website Keep Calm Here to Stay for additional information or questions that have been posed to us that we were not able to get to today, and for other information. We appreciate your time, and we look forward to working with you long into the future. Thank you very much.